Welcome, everyone, to the first Mount Escutney School District board meeting of the calendar year of 2023. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you had a good break. I hope you got a break. Okay, the first thing on our agenda is changes and or additions to the meeting. Does anybody have Hudson?
Can we table the gym to next month?
Okay. Yep.
All right. Awesome.
Is that on here under weight room or is that something else?
Yep.
Okay.
No, that was that. Yep.
Awesome.
And Christine?
I think we need to put a school budget information meeting, figuring out the date and time.
Okay.
I think maybe under items for discussion.
Okay. And anything else? Anyone? Hearing none, I'm going to move on to our next item, which is approval of minutes from our December 12th meeting. Nancy, are you trying to present something? Oops. Okay. I will take a motion to approve the minutes of our December 12th meeting.
This is Amy, so moved.
Do I have a second?
Rebecca, second.
Okay. And okay, ready? Here we go. Amy, how do you vote?
Aye.
Oh, sorry. Is there any discussion about the minutes? Okay. Amy?
Aye.
Aye. And Davis?
Aye.
And Hudson, you can't vote. Nancy, how do you vote? Nancy? Nancy, can you hear us?
I don't think so.
I don't think she can. Nancy, can you hear us? Oh. Oops. Okay. Let's see. Is there any? Okay. Okay. I'll go around Nancy and go to Rebecca. Did I get you already? Rebecca, how do you vote? Aye. And Bill, how do you vote?
Aye.
And I am an aye. And I think we're going to have to skip Nancy for the moment. Okay. 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 The next item on our agenda is public participation. Hold on while I read my little script here.
Okay, what are we voting on? I just can't get on this meeting. I don't even know how to phone in right now.
Can you move?
Yes, okay, is it on the agenda? Okay, thank you.
Needed.
Thank you.
Okay.
Searching.
Okay. So, public participation. Public comment is not legally required, but we believe it is crucial for us to hear from community members about their concerns over issues. Through these meetings, our board models for our students how to conduct public discourse and that the board and members of our community can approach controversial issues in a civil and constructive manner and can demonstrate mutual respect. Having said that, please note that the board is here to listen. The public comment period is not designed for discussion. With all of that having been said, are there any members of the public who are present who would like to say something? Any members of the public who would like to say something to the board? Linda Lai.
Hey, Elizabeth. Nancy's trying to connect. I gave her a phone call. She's trying to connect.
Okay. Thank you, Linda. Nancy, can you hear us?
Well, now we muted her. So we have to unmute her.
Okay, okay.
Yay.
Oh, she's unmuted here.
Hooray.
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Okay, well that'll work. I hope it works.
I think it will.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for sticking with it.
Well, whoever called, Linda, said to get on from the agenda, and that I always went on from the calendar, and that's when I have problems. So, okay. What are we voting on?
We just left your vote off, but we were voting on the minutes.
Okay.
How do
They
you
were
vote?
fine.
How do you vote, Nancy, so your vote can be recorded?
Aye.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Thank you.
Nancy?
Yes.
Elizabeth, Nancy, you are on 2 devices.
Okay, I'll
We
get off.
we see your face twice.
Okay, I'll get off. I'll leave this one. Is that helpful?
Yep.
Good.
Thank you.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Thanks, Amy.
Okay. All right. So hearing no other public comment, I'm going to move on to, weight room was part of our public participation. Now we've got focus on learning is the next item.
You don't have one tonight, right? Any kids?
I have an announcement. This is Amy.
Yep.
It is coming close to town meeting, and when petitions need to be submitted for any school board members who are going for election and or re-election. I believe Nancy is running for re-election for the seat in West Windsor. And Amy is running for re-election in the Windsor, for the Windsor seats.
Amy, can you remind us when the deadline for getting the petitions in is?
I was afraid you would say that. I would have to look it up. Let me look it up and I will chime back in at some point.
Amy?
It's towards the end of January.
I believe it's the 30th, Amy. That's what I think asked you last week, and you.
Okay, is that what I told? Yeah, okay, because I looked that up for Davis. Okay.
Amy?
Yes.
I've already turned mine in. I'm just waiting to find out if I need any more.
Okay,
Nice.
excellent.
Well done, Nancy.
Well,
Yes.
right after the holiday program, I got most of them, and then I would hang out at the post office. So, and
Perfect.
I actually have 10 more signatures just in case some,
Nice.
what's her, can't think of her name, has already looked at the West Windsor things. So they're just in your office now, Amy, waiting to be certified.
Excellent.
Okay, great.
Okay, thank you all for that very much. Are there any other announcements? Okay, hearing none, I'm going to move us on to administrative report.
Who would like to, do you want me to share my screen? Or do you want to do it? I can. Is that easier? Doesn't matter. Okay. You want to just do slideshow mode? Yeah, so it's bigger. There you go. All right. Let's just start us on.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Great. So we're going to review some of the last month's highlights, what we've been doing with Leader and Me and our ELA goal updates as part of our WIGs, our wildly important goals for our school, and some final budget information, and then finish up with Christine's message. Sergio?
I can kick it off. Hi, everybody. Well, Happy New Year and happy Monday to all. I'll kick it off with some K-5 news. We got to start the post-winter break school run here with a really wonderful in-service day where each of the teams respectively got to work with folks from across the SU that work in their grade bands. So the K-5 folks were at Weathersfield, 6-8 were at Albert Bridge, and the 9-12 folks at Windsor, and the Heartland folks were doing their thing because they've gone through a little more Leader in Me than the rest of us. But we got to spend the day working with our K-5 team, and again, the K-5 team members from other next WIGs, or wildly important goals, our scorecards for classrooms, and our leadership portfolios for individual students. So we're just digging into that now, which is really exciting. Most of our WIGs in K-5 are focused around literacy learning, which is an exciting thing and ties us into our one of our Windsor School WIGs about growth in reading. Very excited also, Tracy Kohler, our library teacher for K-5, is bringing back the Maker Club. These are with the Coder Dojo folks from Dartmouth College. This club was around pre-pandemic, so it's been a few years since we've had it in the mix. We have about 20 or
Cutting out.
lined up for remarkable students from Dartmouth to learn coding and dig into makerwork, which is really, really exciting. We have a couple ABS kits in there, so it's a nice cross-Mount Scottney opportunity. Very cool. Ski program, sadly, has not lifted off yet because we have no snow and winter doesn't seem to have arrived in southern Vermont just yet. So when winter comes back, so shall we to a Scottney to ski. That was an unintended rhyme, but very nice. Our holiday concert just before the break, I don't think we've had a Mount Scottney meeting since then, was an absolute smash. Standing room only, which was absolutely wonderful to see. Great community and Windsor School support for our first big elementary school night celebrating the work of our students. Great show all around. And again, really wonderful to see so many families and community members there to support the performing arts program at Windsor School. Last piece is we are excited that the PTO for Windsor School is spooling back up this year with some new membership, and is asking for some collaboration with admin and the teacher team on some things that the school would like. So right now we're working on some alternatives for recess, some enrichment opportunities there, and some exciting opportunities for venturing around the region a little bit later on in the school year. So very cool to see that spooled up again. Now that we are past the dark days of the pandemic there a couple of years ago, and a wonderful.
All right, I'm going to take it from there. I think Sergio, you're cutting out a little bit. Some questions. You're cutting out a little bit, Sergio, here and there.
Okay, I'm going to shut off my video. Maybe that will help. Okay.
I just wanted to say that I attended the holiday concert, Sergio, and I was going to try to make my way down to you to say hello, but the throngs of people attending that concert prevented me from getting down the aisle. It was so packed. It was unbelievable, and it was a well deserved because it was a great concert.
Yeah, it was a great night. Yeah, thank you. It was, it certainly defied my expectations in terms of audience. I didn't quite know. Yeah, doorbuster. It was great.
Rebecca?
I'm excited about the collaboration, Sergio, with the PTO and admin. That sounds great. I was going to ask, how many parents do you have at this point?
I'm not sure how many folks are signed up. I could check in with some of the new members and get a more accurate count. And it's all credit to these folks for organizing and reaching out and sort of rekindling that fire. So I'm really excited for that collaboration. I think, a healthy and active and vibrant, parent community supporting the work of the school is a beautiful thing, and I'm really excited for that.
I'll move on to the 6th and 8th grade news. I apologize. I also did not put down the other concerts. The next thing after the elementary concerts, but we also had a very large crowd for our 6th through 12th grade chorus and band concerts. Also well attended, amazing performances. We also had our middle school and high school theater productions, and the students did a great job with Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. It was fun to see, and a lot of students to carry our high school theater program forward. It was great to be together as a staff on Tuesday to do our Leader in Me Core 2 training. We reviewed our wildly important goals and the foundational reading pieces that we're working on as a team. Our consultant asked us to look at it over the next 12 to 18 months and how we will be working toward that. But right now our team is pretty excited, and we're just looking at immediately doing some more things like getting more hands in kids' books and doing some local library field trips. Heartland, Weathersfield, getting some of our small groups in the vans and getting to more libraries and getting kids more familiar with that and hanging out with Amy. We heard Sergio say that the ski program for the younger students wasn't happening here at Ascutney, but we did have a little bit of snow at Pico, and one of our multi-age groups and some of our Vermont adaptive ski program did take place, and that is going to be happening as long as we have snow. And we have some students who went skiing for the first time and did an amazing job and challenged themselves, and it was a great day for them.
I'm up next. Before I started, I did want to give our shout out. Our student of the month is Madison Williams, and our teacher of the month is Jeff Beachy. And I also was gonna give a shout out to Elizabeth for seeing her at the performance, because as a parent, that was super nice. And then Davis and Christine have been seen at a couple basketball games this season, so that's a change. And we're excited to see more and more people coming. Our staff PD, we couldn't focus on Leader and Me because we were not up to core 2. So we watched Listen Up as a staff, and we had discussions around that. And believe it or not, we already started talking about next year's schedule and how to make it more student-centered as opposed to bound by the constraints of a schedule of a small school. So what that could look like is surveying the students for their interests first, and then building the schedule around that and kind of seeing what some of our needs are. Shout out to Jim Taft. He says to me, I say yes until I have to say no. And he had a group of students come forward that wanted to start a volleyball club at the school, and they kicked it off last week thanks to the Phillips family for helping move this along. And Chris is the coach, and they started meeting weekly, and it's another positive in the kids' banks for kids who wanted to access a winter sport but weren't interested in the ones we have. So it's a nice little group. It's cute. Yeah. Our partnership with Mount Scottney continues to get stronger. We have a meeting tomorrow, and they are going to help us provide our students with health education in the second semester, because we just struck out all around finding a health teacher. And they've been really receptive to what that can look like. And our meeting tomorrow is with the guidance department to get that up and running. We did get a second day to talk to Barb about Leader and Me, because while we're not up to core 2, we wanted to still access the supports through the company. And our goal for the spring semester is to get into some high schools that are doing Leader and Me, so we could keep moving forward. All right.
So Jen's sick. Jen is at home sick. She was going to try to come remotely, but she's just not feeling up to it. So I'm happy to share the slides for her. So I was able to attend again. I didn't get to every concert because there were some conflicting dates, but I did make the ABS winter concert, and it was pretty awesome, as were the other ones. A collaborative effort with staff and students, and it was a great way to kind of end the school year and start the holiday season. It looks, oh, Nancy's, I can see Nancy now. She's in, okay. Sorry about that, Nancy. We didn't see you trying to get in. I did see, I was at the school for the gift giving, and it was pretty amazing to see the kids. They were shopping in the school library, and they were choosing gifts to give to people, and they were all donations from community members, and it was just really heartwarming to see. And they were wrapping and getting things ready. So I did see that. It sounds like, and I haven't touched base with Jen because she's sick and I'm trying to let her rest, but it looks like they are going to start a GOB, and that is something the students are bringing to light. A basketball club, which is thanks to some parent volunteers, and the upcoming Global School Play Day. And I don't, the link is not working. Is there anyone from ABS that knows anything about the Global School Play Day? Is that an annual event that happens at ABS? Nancy or Elizabeth, or no?
I haven't heard of it before.
It sounds pretty exciting, so she'll have to come report on that.
Well, I know that Julia contacted my wife because my wife does it at Claremont. That's all I know.
It's February 1st. We know that.
Yeah, I've never heard of it, so I don't think it's annual yet.
Okay, thank you.
So Global School Play Day is an event promoting the importance of unstructured play in schools. Unstructured play helps children develop 21st century skills, yeah. And let me see.
So it's a national thing.
It's a national thing.
Letting kids have some
Or global.
unstructured playtime, global thing, yes, global.
You're invited to join the over 1 million previous student participants from 75 nations.
Well, that will be exciting to hear about. And unstructured play definitely does build skill because kids get into conflict sometimes. They have to learn how to negotiate and problem solve. Most of the time. Jen, can you advance cake? Can you advance the slide? Okay, I think you heard about this. We reported it, I think, at the,
I don't know what
too
just happened
far.
there, and now I don't know how to go back.
Just go back with the arrow button.
It's not letting me.
Are you on the right tab? You have to be on the tab that is.
I got it.
Okay. All right, we'll back that up.
That was wild.
As you probably heard, I think we talked about it at the last WSESU meeting. There was a day without power at ABS when the big storm hit on December 19th, and ABS did not get power back. The rest of the schools did, and the West Windsor community pulled together and was able to make school happen that day in different locations across the town. And because some of the requirements when you have students is they have to have access to heat in bathrooms for, in so many hours time. So Jen worked with her team and made that happen. They were outside a lot. They worked with the Ascutney Outdoors. That was their home base. They were able to use the Historical Society, the Grange, and their artists in residence worked in their school. That was, if you went to the concert, you saw Rich the drummer. So they did some of that work, practicing for the performance. And the kids were able to spend the day learning. They were warm and sharing in the joy of their community, which was pretty impressive that it was pulled together so quickly. So kudos to Jen and the Albert Bridge team and the community for supporting that effort. And it was such a success.
Ready?
Yeah, Elizabeth.
I just wanted to say that the thing that was really remarkable about it was that we were among people who had not had power for several days at that point, and Jennifer really saw the need for consistency and warmth for students, and so providing a warm place for them to be, and providing that consistency. It wasn't just that the town came together; it was also that they saw that it was really needed for students and adults' mental health.
Yes. Thanks, Elizabeth. Okay, I'm going to turn it back over to the Lead Learner team to go over the final budget numbers from what was presented last month.
So this is just our final numbers after Ed went through it with the updated tax rates, the equalized pupil, and the appraisals. Based on our students not having as many students coming in to our tuitioning, tax rates going up, the increase that reflects the 3.96% increase is reflecting that, as well as the 4 positions we shared with the board last month that we will be asking for, which included some support staff, instructional coach, a bubble teacher for our 5th grade and our very large 4th grade class this year, which we didn't get that position filled. Last year, we had 2 4th grade classes, and we wanted to add the bubble position for next year. Does anyone have any questions? We just wanted to share with you. Ed shared that it's just that he finalized everything that he had at this moment to share an updated, more exact numbers.
Do you want me to share that document directly with you?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind, that would be great.
I have a copy of it as a.
And also, if you could put a copy of it in our folder, that would really be great, because we can send people there.
Cool. Ready to go on?
And for anyone in the town of Windsor who is feeling somewhat alarmed by the common level of appraisal, I do know that Windsor is in the early stages of a reappraisal.
Yeah.
And given the state of West Windsor's, I would like to think that West Windsor is also.
They actually are required to by law. If you fall below 85% or above 115, the state, it triggers a reappraisal. And I think there are about 65 or 68 towns in the state that are falling in this. The other towns in our SU are Heartland and Wethersfield. So Windsor's close, and it sounds like they're going to start the process anyway. But I have heard through the grapevine that we do not have a lot of assessors in the state, and so it might take a little bit of time to get all the reappraisals done. But they'll get started. And when we talked to Ed today a little bit, as you can see, West Windsor's fell significantly lower than Windsor's, and that is attributed to a little bit higher tax rate in West Windsor.
Ready?
All
It's
right,
you.
it's me, back to me. My report is linked, which is the report I gave at the WSESU board meeting in December. So I've just updated a couple things that have come to light since. So if Kate wants to go on, because you've all heard that report, I don't want to be redundant. I did want to update, and you probably saw in the newsletter or got some emails about the next phase of the equity audit. So I thought I'd share that tonight. If you haven't, please be on the lookout. We had our phase 3 planning meeting with Inside Education on January 4th. And when I say me, it's myself and Angie and Katie have been working with Inside Education since the start. We kind of worked through what we wanted for focus groups or interviews for phase 3. And we're going to do a total of 15 that involves school leadership. That includes central office, lead learners, and also teacher leaders. We're going to do some staff interviews by school, secondary students, family and caregivers, one in each town, and then board member small groups. So there was a survey sent out for people that might be interested in participating. They're about 45 to 60-minute sessions. They will take place during the weeks of January 23rd to February 10th. And they wanted an additional week if needed. They like to finish it within a couple-week time frame, but sometimes it takes a little bit longer. And because they're doing 15, that's a little bit more than they would normally do. It might take just a little bit longer. Once those are completed, once phase 3 is completed, they'll start writing the final report, and that will take 3 to 4 weeks. So we're hoping by late February, which is a little bit later than we had hoped. We thought January, but we did start the equity audit. We delayed 2 weeks at the beginning of the school year because it was right at the start of school and everybody was a bit overwhelmed. And then we added 2 weeks to phase 2, which was surveys, because we didn't get the response that we had hoped for in the first 2 weeks. So it is a little bit delayed, but still on track. So I will be able to update a little bit more, I think, at the WSESU board meeting later in the month. But if you haven't seen the email or the link in the newsletter. I encourage you to take a look, and hopefully we'll have some good interest in the focus group participation. And then lastly, I just have the quarterly report from Mount Scottney. If you want to click on that, Kate, it should take us right to that report. Or
It's on.
it's on. Oh, you have to share that tab. Yeah. There we go. I know. So can you just scroll down? We are, everything is on track. I mean, the bottom line is we are projected to end the year, and it's a projection, so things could change, but a surplus of $467,476.36 is the projected surplus if everything remains as we hope it will. Any questions? And that is in the portal, so if you want to take a closer look, it is in the it's in the board packet for this month. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what do we do if we do have questions? I mean, it's a little bit hard to digest right now and ask questions at the same time.
Yeah, if you have questions about the quarterly report,
yeah,
just email and we can find a time to meet to talk about it, or you can bring them back next month and we can talk about them as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, you're muted.
Okay, the next item on our agenda is the model school board resolution. Did everybody, now I'm asking honestly, did everybody have a chance to take a re-look at the model resolution from now a couple of months ago? No, no, no. Amy, did you? Rebecca did. Amy, did you?
No.
Okay. I'm going to push it back again until February, but I want us to all, I'll send it out again, and I want us to all at least look at it, okay? And we can.
Model resolution. I read it. I just have no memory of it.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll revisit it in February. I'll send it out again, and we'll actually discuss it in February. Okay. Okay. The next item is board member insights from student lunches. Did anybody have a chance to go and have lunch? I know, Davis, you did.
So my insight so far is that I was able to schedule for the rest of the year my student lunches, but so I think
But you show up at the basketball game.
Yeah. Sorry, what was that, Kate?
I said you did show up at the basketball game, so don't sell yourself short. You made it.
Okay. Yeah. No, the basketball game was great. No, it was a excuse me, it was a lot of fun to go to the basketball game. I hadn't had a chance to catch one of those in years, probably since I was student age. So that was really cool. And yeah, starting this Thursday, I'm trying to get into school every week on Tuesdays or Thursdays to get some time with students. So hopefully, well, definitely next meeting I'll have some more to report. But I was glad to find the space in my schedule and work that out with Kate. And I should be there starting this week.
Excellent. And Kate, I suppose I should have asked you separately, but would it be all right if I came in every Monday? I only have Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first lunch starts at 10:34.
Okay.
And then that goes to 11:04. And then the second, there's a break in the second lunch. Now I'm not going to be able to remember off the top of my head.
11:34.
Starts at 11:34, and that one goes to 12:04. And then the middle school lunch starts at 12:17. And if I'm going to offer just some feedback, some advice. So our first lunches are least crowded because a lot of those students go to Hartford Tech Center. And then our second lunches are most crowded, and then that's followed by our middle school lunch. So if it were me, I would come to that second lunch and that middle school lunch.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm going to try to start coming weekly if I'm able to. So, Rebecca, I see your hand. Did you also go and attend lunches?
No, I got lost in this. I wanted to, and when I saw it on the agenda, I said, "What's going on here?" I didn't know that there were lunches going on. So I'm definitely I'm excited about it, and I was just trying to come up with what would be a good day. So I guess I just need to reach out to you, Kate, and just let you know that I'm coming in. And
If you'd like to, Rebecca, you're welcome to buddy up with me on Mondays.
You're going in at what time on Monday?
Hold on a second. Excuse me. Sorry.
Well, you can get back to me. Yeah, Monday sounds good. I can do that. Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. And let's see. Next is, well, we're going to zip right through this agenda because the YRBS survey results are not available.
No, we just got word, Elizabeth, I just got word from Mima at Mount Escutney that the state results are gonna likely be reduced in, released, sorry about that, in late March. And
Late
then
March?
Yeah,
My
and then the
goodness.
local will follow in the late spring. So I'm guessing that means April, maybe May. So yes, we've been on the lookout as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really disappointing because it was supposed to come out in September.
Yeah.
But on the website, it says coming soon in November. But anyway, okay. Well, that's that. What about getting to why?
So we have moved forward in signing the contract. We didn't have any high schoolers that would bite, but luckily we had a ton of middle schoolers who were chomping at the bit to get involved in this. And we had to limit it to 5 or 6, and Colleen did that. And we're just waiting for the data.
Excellent. Thank you for that. And the last thing on our agenda for discussion is driver's education. And this is just a 1 or 2 minute long thing that we can discuss for longer if you'd like. But I sent a message to an email to our police chief about this question. And I remembered that we have had, as many school districts in Vermont have had a tough time getting driver's ed instructors. And I heard a story on NPR about what they are doing in Rochester, Minnesota about it. And that is that they are, and I'll send it to you, Kate, that is that they are asking the police to act as driving instructors because, and they get like some, volunteer comp time or something like that for it. But it's a way for them to connect with high schoolers, but also for high schoolers to learn directly from the law how to drive a car. And what it required for Rochester, I mean, this would be obviously very, very, very scaled down for our district, but what it required for Rochester was the donation of some cars. And that would be the biggest, I think, obstacle for us. But don't we have a car that has been used for driver's ed in the past?
Mm-hmm. And we have a driver's ed teacher.
Oh, we do have a driver's ed teacher.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I thought we were still.
No, we're looking for a health teacher.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, we have Tommy.
You could keep that one in my back pocket in case you need it.
Do keep it in your back pocket, because it was like about a couple of years ago. It was in the same. My husband and I would laugh about what a killing you could make, like having a dry cleaners shop and have driver's ed out of the back of it, because our area had such a dearth of both of those.
Oh my God, if you could get a dry cleaners back here. I bet you would attract more teachers.
Just on the driver's ed, I would check with state regulations as
DMV has
well.
requirements and the AOE has requirements.
Yeah, AOE has requirements as well.
Yep. I know. And again, I was just not suggesting that we do it. I'm just bringing it up as a point of conversation and saying that it was something that I heard about, and I was going on history where we didn't have a driver's ed teacher, so it's moot. But Nancy, Rebecca, I think you are first, and then Nancy.
Well, first, I wanted to just thank you, Kate. That whole idea, partnering with Mount Scottney sounds great. And I'm really glad that something can come out of that. That's a great opportunity.
Yeah, they've been awesome to us.
Mm-hmm.
They always have.
Yeah.
Nancy?
Kate, what age do you have to be in order to sign up for driver's ed?
You have to, so it's obviously a hot class around here. You have to have a learner's permit. And then once you get that, you say like, we can only take so many for each course. I want to take this driver's ed, and then we put them in order of birthday. So that way you could take driver's ed and like, let's say you could take the fall class and not be ready to get your license to March. So you're most likely not going to get that fall class. We had a little run there of people trying to get it done early. So it goes by birthday to get in.
What age do you get a
15.
15. Isn't that wild?
Oh, that is wild. That's scary. Okay, thank you.
Okay, any more comments about the drivers ed? Oh, Rebecca.
Well, this wasn't about driver's ed, but I just thought we were done with the items for discussion, and
Yeah.
I did have a comment that I wanted to make earlier, and that is that the Jedi community are having this coming Thursday. They're having a potluck, and it's going to be an opportunity for them to, if I understand correct, sort of revisit their mission statement, and also this is an opportunity to re-engage with the community. So if you have time, show up, bring something, and if not, you can share that with your neighbors. But that's this coming Thursday at 6 o'clock at the Welcome Center in Windsor.
Thank you for that, Rebecca. And also, I don't know, as a community service announcement, the free microbus is starting on January 23rd, which is really exciting. The movers. And okay, and also, what was the other thing we needed to talk about when we were going to have our budget discussion?
Yeah, our info meeting with the public. And Lori would like me, if anybody knows, she's working on the warning to be able to put under where you vote and what time you can go and do Australian ballot in both communities. So if anybody has that information, I can forward it to her.
I do.
You do? Okay, I can get it from you. And she had one other question on the warning, and that is on the Mount Scottney School District warning, there is Article 5, which is establishes salaries for school directors. That is She asked, do you want to keep it on there? It's not on the other school district's warnings, but maybe there's something that keeps it on your warning.
That is typically on
a warning.
On a warning.
So it should be
Yeah.
on the other ones, and it's
Yeah.
not. Okay. Okay, good to know. I'll pass that along.
And I know it's on the town
Okay.
warning.
Okay, I will let her know that.
So
Okay, so I'm not sure how you go about figuring out when your school information meeting is in Mount Scottney.
Let's see. So we want to have it's what the last week before the voting day. Voting day is March 7th. Or is it Monday? Oh, March 6th.
March 7th, Tuesday.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
March 7th, okay.
So
And Windsor's information meeting is Monday, March 6th.
the town of Windsor.
Correct.
And what in the world is this? We have not had great success in having it on Saturday morning. And so I would really love for us to change that time if at all possible. Is there any way that we could do it? Oh, shoot, I can't do it that day. Is there any way that we could do it on Wednesday, March 1st in the evening and have like a dinner for people?
Mm-hmm.
I think as long as it's warned, we can have it any way we want to and any time.
How does everybody feel about that? Okay. Nancy, I see your hand.
I think it's a good idea to have it at night. Having a dinner is also good. Does that mean that families could come with children, even if it's not interesting to the children?
Yeah, I think we should at least allow children to be in the building, and maybe we provide childcare or I think it will bring more families to the meeting if they're able to bring their kids along.
Right.
I've always felt that way, but Hudson, I see your hand.
I can work with student council about seeing if we can do some sort of service project where we take care of the kids for a couple hours during the budget meeting.
That's great, Hudson. Thank you for offering that.
Yeah, no problem.
Clutch. Okay. Davis, what do you think about all of this idea?
Doing it on Wednesday night, the 1st, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, Wednesdays usually aren't super good for me, but I know that it's kind of a time sensitive thing, so I can make it work.
Okay, what about you, Bill? What do you think?
No hablo inglés. No, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Rebecca, what do you think?
I like the idea of having food. I like Hudson's idea. I love that idea of saying, get a bunch of students together to come in and assist in the process, and sure, I'll make myself available for that.
I wonder, do you think it would be possible at all to have it in the cafeteria?
Yeah, we just have to build up a screen
for
to be able to present, right? You present your.
No, so I wouldn't do a screen down there unless you want to.
Yeah.
The walls are now green and
Yeah.
we don't have a screen, so you want to come here or change your space. But the cafeteria should be fine, just put in a request
To present there or to eat there?
to eat there.
To eat there and then come up here?
Mhm.
Okay.
Or theater.
Or in
depending
the
on how many
theater,
people-
we've done it in the theater.
Theater.
before. Yeah.
Okay. Could you hear that, Elizabeth?
No.
Okay, so the cafeteria is not that conducive to a presentation. Typically, you need at least a screen to present. So we could have dinner or ask Craig. I shouldn't say we can until I ask him, but ask Craig if he can serve a community dinner that evening. And then I think it's been done in the past in the theater or in 210. Where people could get food and.
Large numbers theater.
Yeah, theater.
Is it
Well,
typically a large number that attends the informational?
It's
Okay.
usually 0. So
Okay.
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking maybe we could have like a dinner first with copies of the budget there, and people could ask questions in advance of the presentation. And I mean, I really love the presentation though, but I'd love to be able to have conversations with people casually and not in a presentation format.
I mean, I'm all for that.
Yeah, I guess you got the thumbs up from the team.
I think it would be much healthier, and people would actually be more inclined to ask questions. Hudson, I see your hand.
There is access to a rolling smart board, which is somewhere in the building if you guys do decide to go to the presentation way.
Hudson, we just got off the hook and you're trying to put us back on.
No, don't worry. Well, my hand was already raised.
Well, we could talk about that next month and sort of ruminate on it for a month. But I really do, and I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but I think it would be more conducive to people being involved with the budget.
Yeah.
Interacting.
I agree with you 100%. And food will get more people there. So should we move? So I put in the building request form tomorrow and the kitchen request form.
Yeah.
For March 1st, what time?
6:30? 6?
6? 6, okay.
6 is dinner time, right?
Yeah. So March 1st at 6, I'll have Lori put it in the morning. Okay.
Okay. Excellent. Okay, now we have we're really going to end quite early this evening, and I couldn't be more pleased, honestly. We have 2 items for action. One is a just kidding request for LOA maternity leave. No, it says JK. Can you tell me what JK is and what LOA means?
Sure, I can jump in. This is a maternity leave request for Jillian Krieg, JK, who is one of our 4th grade teachers. And she expects to go out on leave mid-March. The date's in the letter's in the file on the website, and plans to not return the following year to take care of her kiddo. We very much hope to see Jillian back in the mix if and when she's ready. She's fantastic, has done a great job this year. And so sad to see her not return after having her kiddo, but this is her leave request for March.
All right. And what does LOA mean?
Leave of absence.
Okay. So she wants to take the 12, she's entitled to 12 weeks maternity leave, which will take her to the end of the year. And then we'll have to post the position for the following year.
Uh-huh.
And
is it legal to post the position before the end of the year?
You could do anticipated.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think she's told us she's not returning for next year. She plans to be home.
Correct. Correct.
So,
So,
if the board votes yes on this, then that's her, her declaration. And then we've accepted her declaration of not working next year.
Right. Which means we can start looking in advance of next year, or in advance of the end of the school year.
Yes.
Well, that's kind of good. Thank you for giving us warning, Jillian. And I'll take a motion to approve Jillian Krieg. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
So moved.
Second,
Wait, who's
Davis.
Davis? Thank you.
Nancy.
Okay. And okay. Is there any discussion? Okay. Amy, how do you vote?
Aye.
And Davis, how do you vote?
Aye.
And let's see. Nancy, how do you vote?
Aye.
Rebecca, how do you vote?
Aye.
And Bill, how do you vote?
Aye.
And I am an aye. And we wish Jillian congratulations, best of luck, and enjoy the bubble.
Yeah, thank you all. She's obviously exciting news for her, and loss for Windsor. She's wonderful. She's done a great job this year, but we wish her the best in her new adventure.
And we hope she comes back.
Indeed.
Okay, and the budget. Okay. Oh, I got to look at what the number. Does anybody know what the number is?
Yes. It is, final number is, if I can see, let's see, 13,716,349. Correct, I got it right? Okay.
Okay. I will take a motion to approve the 2024 Mount Scottney School District budget in the amount of $13,716,349.
So moved. Nancy.
Thank you.
Amy
There a second?
seconds.
Amy. Okay. Is there any discussion? We had a good discussion of it last month when we heard the presentation, and thank you for thank you, Larry, for getting the presentation up on our website. Hopefully people will take a look at that. I wondered also, are recordings of the meetings being posted to the folders for each meeting?
No, they're being posted, they're on YouTube, from what I understand. You search it and you can find it on YouTube.
They're on Vimeo, I think, actually, because Windsor and Air post them. And I know that Paula usually cross-posts those onto the Windsor and Air Facebook page.
Okay.
They might. I can actually check right now. I don't think they get cross-posted on YouTube, but they might. So I'll just.
No, that might be the other districts, Davis.
Okay, yeah, I know that the Windsor ones are Vimeo. They might be Vimeo only.
Okay. Let's see. I wonder if there's a way to get the presentation posted to it in the folder, the presentation video, so that, because it was really good. Hudson?
Presentation video, okay.
Like, Nate, what if on the minutes you posted like a link to the recording? Would that be a bad idea?
That's a great idea, Hudson.
On the agenda for the
On the
minutes.
on the draft minutes. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea.
I will ask Larry. YouTube video.
It might be good also to just throw up the timestamp too, if people just wanted to see the budget presentation.
Yep.
So Elizabeth, what, did Larry already put the budget presentation in the board packet? Or he just put it on the website?
I think he put it in the board packet for last month so that I could point people to it when they ask questions about the budget.
Okay. So you would like the board the recording of the budget presentation in the portal and a link to on the minutes?
Yeah, I think as many ways, making it as easy to find as possible for people who are looking for information about why our budget is the way that it is would be really great. And of course, they can come to the presentation and discussion on March 1st as well. And does that sound, I mean, I'm trying to.
Yeah, I think we can do that. I'll ask Larry tomorrow.
Trying to make it as accessible as possible. This is all still in the context of discussion over whether to pass the budget. And so I'm going to now do a roll call vote if nobody else has any questions or comments about the budget itself. Okay. Amy, how do you vote?
Aye.
And Davis, how do you vote?
Aye.
And let's see. Nancy, how do you vote?
Aye.
And Rebecca, how do you vote?
Aye.
And Bill, how do you vote?
Aye.
And I am an aye. And that passes our 13,716,349 budget for the year 2024, if you can believe it. And that, I believe, brings us to, except for setting the next agenda. I think we're almost at the end of the meeting. So for the next agenda, let's definitely do the model board resolution. And by the time we have our next meeting, we will have seen No Small Matter, and I think it would be appropriate for us to talk about that at the district level at that point. Nancy?
How are we seeing it? Are we seeing it as a group? Is it just us?
No, it'll be online. It'll be as a community. It'll be a week from tomorrow. It has not been promoted yet, but I'm waiting for the promotional materials from the group that's doing it. And we'll have a live question and answer session with the director and one of the teachers involved in the movie. And then we were going to have a panel discussion afterwards, which I think will also be at the SU level, but I think it would behoove us to have a local discussion of it. What does everybody think about that?
Online?
What? What's that?
Was that me?
That's you.
Oh, okay. I've lost my picture, so now it's online.
It'll be online. Yep, we'll watch it together online. And then it'll also be available. You don't have to watch it on Tuesday. It'll be available for 2 weeks afterwards for the public to view. Okay. Rebecca?
What's the time for that? You're saying that it'll be on Tuesday, the 17th. At what time?
At 6:30.
And it's going to be about, I think you said an hour.
Yeah, I think it's 74 minutes. So just over an hour.
How do we access it?
You'll know. we'll send out a bunch of promotional stuff to everybody under the sun, and it'll have a link for it, and it'll solicit questions for the director and the teacher in advance, so that we can have questions to ask them if we want to. Hudson, I see your hand.
Would it be helpful for me to give like a student body report at the next meeting?
Yeah, that would be great.
I can do that.
Okay. Rebecca?
Can we also leave the luncheon opportunities? Put that on the.
Yep. And that's all I can think of at the moment. We do want to hear from the gym teacher, right? But
yes,
that's
the
during
track coach.
The track coach. I'm sorry. During the public portion. Yes, Rebecca.
Yes.
Can we hear also? It'll be February, and some of our seniors will have already received some sort of information from institutions that they've applied to. So can we just get an idea of where some of our students are going in terms of colleges?
Do you want that as part of your report or separate? I can make a copy of this month's report and put it in under me. Is that okay? Yeah.
Also, I've got a request, and that is that as far in advance that you could, as far in advance that you could possibly tell us when the senior, what are the senior capstone projects presentations are going to be. I can try to make it, but I can't if I only have a couple of weeks notice. I have to plan far in advance at the moment.
That's why I have my hand raised.
Okay.
Give you a reminder to do that. So there is the 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th. I'm going to send you the schedule right now so you can look at them and see maybe there's a particular student that interests you, maybe there's only one time that works for you, or maybe there's a topic that interests you. So you'll have the schedule, the topics, and the locations.
What month is 24th through 27th?
This month.
Of this month. Okay.
Can you send that to me also, Kate? I'd love to return back for the capstones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will try. Are they all during the day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Noon, 1 and 2, all afternoons. Those are the weeks we have midterms in the morning for the high school, so the capstones are in the afternoon. They're usually 12, 1, or 2.
Okay. Okay. I think that's it. Anybody else have anything they want added to the agenda for next month? Okay. Then I will take a motion to end the meeting at 7:44 p.m.
Motion to end the meeting.
All right.
Second.
I heard a bloop. Linda, I see your hand. Linda? Linda Lyde, do you have something that you want to say?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, I missed the opportunity window in the beginning of the meeting to speak as public. May I ask a couple of things?
Sure.
Quickly. I know you want to go home or stop this meeting. Hudson, in your student report, are you going to report on this meeting or on something specific? Quick answer.
It will be a report to this meeting from the high school, basically, of what the students are doing.
Okay. And the next thing I wanted to mention quickly is the Independence Day Committee has reached out to the Windsor High School Band about marching in the parade. And I don't know if you've received that. I see Davis shaking his head. But maybe you could sort of push that request along. And Debbie Clenny is the one who reached out, and she would love to hear back about that. I know it's early, but we have to start these things early.
That's pretty exciting, Linda.
It is. And I think my last question was who to ask regarding the equity survey and the Listen Up film. Any questions I had on that? But I think if I just show up somewhere online on Tuesday, the 17th at 6:30, I'll get to watch the movie myself, right?
No, the movie on Tuesday, the 17th is called No Small Matter. And you'll get an invitation. That's about early childhood education and the importance of high quality childcare. I'll make sure that you get an invitation to that. But I think the other things that you're talking about, Linda, are actually at the supervisory union level.
Okay.
And our next meeting for that, I think, is in 2 weeks, right, Christine?
Yes, in 2 weeks, 23rd, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. The only reason I'm asking is I've seen some back and forth on that, and I just want to be educated on the subject.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey.
So you'd have better luck being educated on the subject at the supervisory union meeting.
Will do.
Okay.
Hey, have a good evening.
You too. Thanks for coming, Linda. All right. Ending the meeting, we have Rebecca. Why don't you vote first?
Aye.
And Nancy? Nancy, how do you vote about voting to end the meeting?
Aye. Did
Okay.
you not hear? Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Bill, how do you vote?
Aye.
And Davis, how do you vote?
Aye.
Amy, how do you vote?
Aye.
And Hudson, I will let you vote on this. How do you feel about ending the meeting?
I am an aye.
Okay, and I am an aye. So thank you so much, everybody. And we'll see you in a bit. Take care.